people just don't color my skin at all. It is slightly not purest of white. This one is publicly accessible in the Discord by just someone who goes by... It is by a Never account. And this is the most recent of the female loon. One of the older members who was here relatively regularly was Identity Yokisho / Nick. This was a female loon they did at some point. And this one I don't think has ever been shown publicly. This was another one. It was based on my old starting screen. Yeah, rip to the BGM. For those who missed it, it started getting copyright claimed, so had to switch up to Library of Ruina soundtrack. Which, I mean, I'm not entirely opposed to. We love the library around here, so... This is some of the older stuff they did from back in the day. This is based off of my original model. Darker skin, for some reason, I'll say that much, but... This was always made public, so I'm doing that one. But yeah, they had... This is also based on Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff when I was heavily more Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. There's one I'm gonna show here that I'm mildly confused by, because the story of this one is, it was posted to Twitter by someone who I didn't recognize. But the art I'm about to show was on Twitter. I had never really interacted with Twitter at this point still, but I happened to be on the right day, because I saw it. This is someone who, at the time, their @ was something I believe was just some bird twink, and they had this. And I replied and, liked and retweeted. I was like, oh, thank you, blah, blah, blah. And then they set their profile to private, changed their @, and I never saw them again. And you can see they actually signed this one as Birdseed Fiend, so if you want to try and find them, I guess you can. So, this one by Sentient Body Pillow in the Discord server from July of last year. Some people might remember this one from that time ago, but the most impressive part of this is not even visible. This looks like Demon Chibi, which I love. But the more impressive thing is they also left it with the anecdote of, drew this while my code was compiling and watching your streams, don't have a tablet at work, so I had to draw this with my mouse. This is gonna make me sound like a foot fetish person. I love the articulation of actually, this makes sense in the way of crystallized feet and toe connection, and the way they do the hands in there and all that. Also, the gray skin making more zombified stuff, but yeah. And this is one I found that I hadn't actually saved. One who goes by Cuttlefish or Xenomorph Enjoyer or, around here, decided to draw a version of the Crystalline Abomination, which if you don't know the Crystalline Abomination, that is this thing. Which I rarely show. But this was a scrapped design from some years ago. But I forget what the exact message behind that one was, but they drew the Crystalline Abomination as, having some fleshy bits, which is really interesting there. I also love on the left, me sadly bowing before, or, contently bowing. Remember everyone, sex sells is a saying for a reason. Fundraising idea, if we break $500 this stream, can we get a full art version? Never and Let. The previous message I spoke was about the Loon VR, because my god, that sold. On the Discord server, there was a period where accounts called Never and Let, who, I don't know if they were the same person, but they came in at the same time and were very similar, did some levels of fan art. So this, I'm just gonna put, because there's a big collection. These are the ones entitled Never. Never is also the name of a different account that, is the one that also made Femloon, the one with the pure white background. These were done pretty well back to back. Chibi Loon. Why do people not sign their art? Oh.
Greetings, Arctic G Furry Twitch.
Since when does your voice roll the R's? That was hot. Anyway, from this collection. Here is the second cigarette loon. This one was, I believe, had a thing of pre-crystallification loon, and apparently in this timeline, I was on death's door due to cigarette. You ever notice that Perry the Platypus sounds like a predator? Now I wonder if I'm gonna crash OBS if I try and remove all of these at once. We still have way more of these. Oh, and now we get into the shirtless ones that this person did. This one's not sexy, but this one takes a quote. I forget where I said this. Hello, everyone over here. I would like to introduce you to murder. And this one. I'm including them because they're very similar in style. Technically, these are from two different Discord accounts, Never and Let.
Hello, everyone over here. I would like to introduce you to murder.
I'll throw Kuta's in here now. This one was done by Kuta. And I must just say, it hit like it hit multiple different nostalgias for me with the library outfit start screen. Also, Kuta, I know you forgot to color the buttons in the first one you sent me. I wanted to comment, and I'm just gonna real quick. This isn't to say anything, but there's only one button. I didn't want to say anything. There's only one button. Remy said yes. The only condition actually really only affects me. She just wants a cut. We need approximately $92 more. Remy just said, lol, it's gonna happen, bro. Oh, great. Zora, otherwise known as the Ghostly Spider, made these quote-unquote Muppets, which are primarily used in like a Discord active, inactive stuff, if I'm not mistaken, but these are fun little things Zora made at some point. Wait, moderator action. Glossy Ethan warned by Frit with the reason you have been warned. Ethan acknowledged their warning. Oh, daddy! Well, how do I count this now? Because some of those are gonna get refunded. Some, if not all of those, are gonna get refunded. They went by two names. Hold on. Yeah, they went by two names, but they posted a short of this on their YouTube channel. I believe they also went by Gut Juices. But this was a fan art that was... You can actually find a short for the speed paint of this one. For those who know, Skybeck, who came in all fangirling over the Devil May Cry-ness of Bury the Light in the karaoke, and also to be more regular around Venvi's community, somewhat around mine, but did this one some time ago, up available in the art channel. She's a very good artist. I very much enjoy everything about how she did this. Show love to the people who deserve it. Jesus Christ!
I will contribute to my own R34 art. Fine, I'll do it myself. Actually, last dono, I promise.
And with this final dono, the work is no longer safe.
Be no work.
This was going to originally beat THM, since I have another 200 letters. Thank you all for this wonderful community that has brought me so many laughs and smiles over the years. Here's to the future. Also, Loon, I will DM D&D for you, Rem and Venvi.
So there's just a moment where it's just one of those moments of me at one point. At one point. I was just like, man, does anyone even care enough to show up to blah, 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 blah. And then here we have not only people, but people financially responsibly throwing excessive money at me. You are right. Oh my God, that is so. I thought I had shown you. We kept getting so distracted. We kept getting so distracted. I forgot about that. Meh. I don't know why that's what the noise I made, but you know what? Apparently that's my forgetful noise. Hunter, who I've shown this one on stream before, and I would say post it to the art channel as well. The Loon. I do appreciate you somehow made my crystal wings look actually decent without changing them too much. Depending on how hard Remy goes on it, I may have to just be like, okay, well, this is the reason we create an adult channel in the Discord server. Jesus Christ, that is just abs. That is just abs. Hunter, very good at making me look incredibly muscular. What am I touching? I was touching the smill.
The smill is the best part to touch.
Point to the smill. Like, I could showcase the apology chibis. Actually, you know what? We'll leave those as the punishments that they are. If you want to look at them, you can go through the I'm Sorry channel in the Discord.
Hilariously enough, the first apology chibi was not because of a ping, but a different source.
Yeah, because you disrespected the salmon. This one, I believe, is not the earliest. I'm talking about stuff to myself. This one, I believe, was used as an icon for a fan Discord server before I made the official one. Because back then I was quite opposed to being involved with community because people terrified me. This was made, I believe, for someone who went by Lone Wolf way back in the day. And now the true earliest art, Lon. This is by all technicality the first art anyone made of me. And it was, I believe it was designed to be just quick, not good. Lon. Early May 2022. Comparison kills many things, Mazarek. Comparison kills many things.